Alright guys, welcome back to another stream. Today's stream won't be about open source software or anything like that, but if you guys are in my community where I am making a video game, you know that I made an announcement about how I'm learning Panda3D in C++ to make the game, since I don't want to go too high level to where I'm using a fully fledged game engine, but I also don't want to go too low level to where I'm having to struggle just to get a window up and running. So I chose Panda3D, and I'm learning about it here. And I am awful at C++, I'm just going to say that. So after this stream, I'm definitely going to have to review some more C++. But I just thought in this stream I would learn a little bit about C++ Panda3D live. I already played around with it in, I played around with it in Python a little bit, but I built simple Hello World program right here, and I have it in a CXX file. And one thing that's nice about Panda3D is it doesn't take a lot to get up and running. So for example, this is all the code I needed to open a window. And it's about the same amount in Python, maybe more. Actually less in Python. But I think it's more straightforward in C++. You know what, I'll take a quick detour to show you guys what it's like in Python. So if I cd into my coding directory in Python, I think I have it. Nope, I don't. So I'm gonna just real quickly git clone it so I can show you guys what it looks like in Python. And oops. And then I'm gonna cd into this. And I'm gonna run it. And dang, I never installed PyTool. I need to create an Arch Linux repository where I can put all my stuff so other people can install it too very easily without doing all this git clone and whatnot. So I'm just gonna clone this. I'm gonna sudo ln-s/home jackson coding bash pytool /user local bin pytool. Put in my password, and now I should be able to use PyTool. So if I PyTool run, this Python version that I made actually has a panda walking, because I never got to that in the C++ version quite yet, but I can show you, ignoring all this extra stuff like loading in the scene. Really all you need is this class for game object, and you init it, and then at the bottom you add a variable and then run it. So it's actually shorter in Python, but it's still not that bad in C++. So I'm actually going to create a script. I'm going to call it build.sh. And I'm actually gonna rename it to build linux.sh, since it actually depends what operating system you are on. And I'm gonna chmod the build plus Linux script. I'm gonna vim into it, bin bash, why not? And then I'm gonna cd into src, and then I'm gonna, well actually, yeah, so cd into src, and then I will copy this and paste it into here. And I will change this to what it says there. So this part actually tripped me up. I thought I put the include inside the curly brackets, but no, you put the flag and then leave a space, and then you type in /user/include Panda3D. And then if I go to the next line and paste in the next thing, I set no wrap. So paste in the next thing, and in here, in these curly brackets where it wants me to replace something, I put /user/lib/panda3D. And I'm going to change these places where it says file name to main, since that's what I named my file. I don't actually know the difference between CXX and CPP. If someone could tell me what the difference is, that'd be pretty cool. And I just realized that I'm not actually looking at the chat. Yeah.
I'm down for dinner.
Okay. Alright, I got a chat window. And I'm gonna also have to go down for dinner in a bit. How am I gonna do this? Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to add like a right-click thing to awesome. Anywho, this should be all I need to actually build it. And I'm also gonna make another, which is run unix.sh. Why Unix? Because the same thing should also work on Mac OS and BSD and whatnot. Since, well, actually, I'm going to name it Run Linux because it's going to call Build Linux. Linux. chmod +x run vim run, and it is going to call build-linux, and then it's going to go into src, and it's going to, okay, cd src, and then main, no, P3D. I'll call it P3D. So that would mean build this, where I put main, is actually going to be P3D. So build Linux. Okay, so that seems to work. So what about run Linux? Alright, okay, that worked. So I've got a run script, which is awesome. Okay, I'm sorry about this, guys, but I need to go down for dinner, and then I should be back right after dinner. So, I'm gonna, is there no option to pause? Okay, I don't think I can pause the stream, so, I'm just gonna, I'll leave the walking panda up for you guys to stay entertained. Okay. I am sorry about this. But, yeah. So, enjoy this for a little bit, and I'll be back soon, hopefully. Dang, I hate having a TV downstairs. Okay, I need to mute this. Alright. I'm back. Sorry about that. Anywho. Oh, shit. Sorry for swearing. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, I can still hear it downstairs, Papa, if you're watching. Please turn it down a little. Right, compiling. Where was I? Oh yeah, I had a run script. Okay. What now? Alright, I did that already. Right, what the heck is an struct file? I don't know. I will learn about that later. A Panda3D Hello World tutorial. So, yeah, this is just gonna build the exact same thing I put on the screen for like 30 minutes. So, starting Panda3D, I think. Yeah, so if I... Yeah, so this is just what I have already, from what I can tell. Yeah, it's the exact same. Loading the grassy scenery. Okay. This will be interesting, because I actually know how to do this in Python already. Okay. So, wait, I'm setting, oh. Okay, so that's fine. It's just, you know what? Just to make it less confusing, I'm gonna merge this. Load the window and set the title. Room for code, and then this is the main loop, and that just returns 0 because of C++. Okay, now I'm gonna load the environment, and no copy and pasting because that just defeats the entire purpose of learning. So, load the environment. And I will also put this on my Codeberg once I'm done making it. Node path, scene. Let's make it.
Ew.
Hello?
The thermal paste is here.
Oh, nice. Okay, well.
Want me to inject it into your arm?
Please don't. I'm streaming. Thank you. Little brother visit. Right, so window, assuming I can put a space there. I really need to refresh on C++ after this. Window, load model, framework dot get models. I'm assuming what this does is load all the default models. I'm not actually quite sure. Also, how many people are watching? That's sad. Alright. So, this part is sort of the same as in Python. Environment? Yeah. Oops. Oh, by the way, custom start menu. Made it myself. Actually, to be honest, I did use Rofi, but it is a Rofi configuration that I had to toil over for about an hour. Alright, so this I actually understand, sort of, because I did this in Python already. So, we've loaded the model, but it's not actually visible yet, because there is a thing called the render node, and to make stuff visible, you have to make sure the overarching parent of the node is the render node. So, I'm gonna reparent the model to the render node, aka make it actually visible. Or actually more fitting, in other words. Alright. And I'm gonna set no wrap so there's no line wrapping. And so scene.reparenting. Oh, okay. This is almost exactly like Python. In Python, you do reparent to like this. But in C++, I guess you do _to. That's a little confusing. I really wish they didn't do that, but whatevs. Anywho, so I'm gonna get render. I really need to learn what these arrows mean, because I feel like that is definitely something fundamental. See, I am a C++ noob. Apply scale and position transforms to the model. And okay, yeah, this is also the same as in Python, just with different case. So instead of set scale like this, it sets scale. Still kind of hate that. Inconsistent. Don't like it. 25 float, so 0.25 of type float. So floating point number. Because I think it's actually the Panda model, but the Panda model is huge for some reason. So you have to set it to like 0.005 of its original scale. Set position -8, 42, 0. I am so glad I learned the Python version of this first. So now we can run it, and there should be no errors. Then again, it is C++, although there really shouldn't be errors considering I followed the tutorial with only a few deviations. So one thing I'm noticing off the bat is there's actually no editor camera controls in the C++ version. Whereas if I do the same thing in Python, I can actually use my mouse to navigate around the window. So, and you actually have to call editor camera disable, something like that in Python to disable it. Whereas it looks like it's disabled by default in C++, which I gotta admit is actually kind of nice. Controlling the camera. Yeah, okay. Also, sorry for my nose. Sorry about that. Got a stuffy nose, sore throat. So, to enable it using the following command. Okay. So, then back into the code. Turn on no wrap, so there's no line wrapping. The global task manager. Okay, so this is actually something in C++. Okay. What the heck? Okay, include generic async task. So generic asynchronous task.h. So the header file include Haven't you guys thought it's a little weird that everything in C++ has semicolons except for these include statements? I've never gotten why that is, but it annoys me. Not too much though. Anywho, working on my own coding language called BananaLang. I thought I'd rewrite the compiler into, cause it's actually a transcompiled language to C++. So I thought instead of writing the BananaLang compiler, aka translator, in Rust, I thought I would go full CPP and write it in C++, aka CPP. Or as some people like to call it, superset of C with classes. So PT, what is PT? Async task manager task mgr. Okay, so this is just kind of task mgr is also the same in Python. By the way, if you guys ever played Toontown, that Disney game, or you've heard about it, that is actually a game written in Panda3D. Actually, Disney created Panda3D, and it was a proprietary game engine, and then they had to deal with Carnegie Mellon, I think, to make the engine open source and to be able to teach it to kids in school. Which I don't know if they're still doing that, but yeah, the engine is open source, and we have a Toontown continuation, which from what I can tell is a proprietary game still, which kind of sucks, but it's there. And I do play Toontown Rewritten sometimes, but I try to limit my time on proprietary stuff. Really, the only exceptions to proprietary stuff I use are proprietary websites, since there's not much a website can do to you. If you have a browser that blocks things like fingerprinting, and proprietary games, because yeah, most games are proprietary. Although I do try to prioritize open source games way over proprietary games whenever I can. Like I play Super Tux, which is a Mario clone. It's actually really fun, and I love the art style. And it's a really old game, but it holds up well today. Who knows, I might show you guys. And then I also play Super Tux Kart, which is a Super Mario Kart clone. Holds up today, too, although it's not as old of a game compared to Super Tux. But yeah, and then there's a game called T-World someone told me about, but I can't get into it. I don't like it. It's confusing to me, and I hate the controls in it. Anyone join the stream? Nope. Can't. Right, I'm an awesome window manager. Node path camera. What do you guys think about the Rust situation? If you guys can, if anyone's in the stream. 'Cause I am starting to hate Rust a lot. I mean, they're making pretty stupid decisions, and at this point it's not really about the coding language. I think Linus Torvalds once said something where there's a point where a project becomes no longer about the project, which he has a point. Right, that's a lot of commenting in this. What is this? Oh! This is the spin camera task. I'm gonna copy and paste these comments just because they're comments and I actually know what they do. But I want to keep this something that I can put on my Codeberg. So